Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Radio Free Wall Street. I love being here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, asshole traders. Yep, that's a very special breed of people who are algorithms, mathematicians. They come from the prestigious universities. I mean the silver spoon ones, you know, those assholes I'm talking about, ones that, you know, you go, I'm sure you run across and they like, why are you breathing my air? And then they got their shitty wives. Oh, God. Snobville doesn't mention. Prep school pricks, I call them. And I've had a wonderful life. I specialize in taking their money. Now, it's not exactly their money. See, the problem with the prep school pricks and these algo guys and all these douchebags is they're trading other people's money. So they're on the board of directors. Oh, wow. And they basically land their jobs out of college, and then they get onto the trading desk. And almost to a man, they never risk their money. Now, a few of them do break out on their own. Of course, a couple of those guys we put out of business, too. It's my pleasure to take money from people who hate my guts. Give me that negative energy. Oh, God, please. You hate me. I hate you. Come on. Show everybody what an asshole I am. Come on. Gang up on my positions. Come on, you can do it. Come on, guys. And right now we're in a major trade in oil. The assholes say we're running out. Oh, wherever heard that shit. And then we can't deliver oil out of America. You go, what are you talking about, you asshole? You ever been on an oil platform? I mean, other than we little tie flopping in the wind? Have you ever done anything, entrepreneur? Have you ever traded all your money on the line? Well, no, I trade other people's money. Well, until you get up close and personal, down and dirty. Now, I love speculating. And I love risking it all. Now, that's not right for everybody. But for me, I wouldn't give a shit if I wiped out tomorrow. I go wash dishes, scrape up some money, go do it again, okay? Why? Well, I know what I'm doing. And I love what I'm doing. And I know I can be wrong, but I don't care because when I'm right, oh, my God, right's where it's at. Now, traders that are trading other people's money are hired guns. It would be like a whore, and you want to make her a wife, okay? That isn't going to work out so well. She keeps being a whore. All right? So she's kind of jaded. And the problem with these whore traders are they're trading other people's money. And they convince themselves of shit. It's just kind of amazing. Like right now, they're convinced themselves, oil's trapped and can't get to the market, and I don't know what we're going to do, and demand's going to rise. And you'll go, no, douchebag, no. Demand's not going to rise. We're headed for a recession. Demand is going down. They are rioting over gasoline prices in Haiti, in Argentina, in Brazil, and people are going broke because prices of energy are too high. Got it? The world economy is sucking shut. Demand will fall. Now, of course, when you all believe the same bullshit, screw the same whores, wear the same little douchebag little suit with a little funny tie, I can't stand those things. Listen to the same thing and trade the same way from the same university and marry the same women. There's a lack of diversity. And one of the big problems in the trading desk, if you're looking at a currency desk, if you're looking at precious metals, if you're looking at energy and oil, these big energy and oil companies, they are full of shit. They've got to believe the narrative. They've got to walk the talk and walk the walk and talk the shit. They go to little conventions and they feed each other full of crap. Now, you got these wildcatters, okay? These are the entrepreneurs. They're the ones in the field signing oil leases. They're the ones figuring out and scratching their ass how to get pipeline space, how to bring oil to market. They're the ones talking to their mothers and their uncles and their cousins and the little country bank and a loan of money. And it is a wide open ball game out there, okay? And fracking, only fracking is the revolution that's changed the whole oil business. And it's basically a wildcatter's dream, okay? Big oil companies poo-pooed fracking. Now they're trying to buy into the business, okay, paying too much. And the reality is that the United States leads the world in natural gas and oil. And you want to hear a little story? The world, the planet? This is a methane planet, okay? I mean, if you stir up the oceans, what comes out? Methane gas. What bubbles up from the ocean floor? Methane gas. Put a hole in the ground almost anywhere, methane gas. Take a shit, put it in a bag, you got methane gas. So it is renewable, it's there, it's everywhere, and one of the great frauds of our time is that we're not using natural gas as a transportation fuel, okay? Still, the world's majority of natural gas still gets vented off into the air, And the planet is so full of it that we are actually bubbling it up out of the oceans, okay? Seafloor beds. Okay, why? Well, because it's a methane planet, okay? That's something that is like, dinosaurs. It was dinosaurs that died, and there's no more dying dinosaurs. We're renewing more methane than we're destroying every day, than we're harvesting. The planet is creating methane gas and decaying matter. Oh, matter stopped decaying now that the dinosaurs are gone? Yeah, see, the dinosaurs were big, and then when they died, their bodies, I remember, I go back far enough when I remember Arco, Atlantic Richfield Oil Company, was giving away dinosaurs, okay? Dino fuel. Remember all that bullshit? None of it's true. Okay? Your garbage dump, it's a methane gas. Your turds, methane gas. The ocean, a methane digester. It's everywhere, and there's more and more of it. Methane is natural gas, okay? Why is natural gas such a great fuel? Well, because it has less carbon in it, okay, than gasoline, than oil, and it's clean burning. And why aren't we using transportation fuel? Very simply because the refineries and the big oil companies don't want you to. Okay, they make money not on the crude oil, but on refining it to the gasoline and the products. Take that step out of it, the whole dynamic, the whole energy market changes. Now, let me tell you the other side of this. Right now, we are in a great enhanced oil trade, as I've been telling you. What a wonderful trade. And basically it goes like this. The oil manipulators want you to believe that with Venezuela oil coming out of market, oh my God, Venezuela. And don't forget, you got Gaddafi's old little Libya horror show that they're warring factions and oil's going to stop out of there. And you got Nigerian rebels. And you got Iran that's unstable and going to be subject to sanctions by the Americans. You got Iraq that can't hold their government together. And on the story goes. It's all bullshit. Let me tell you the secret about the energy and oil business. You could be a revolutionary in the jungle. You can be fighting factions. You can have a war going on there. You're pumping the oil. Why? Because it's do-re-mi, it's dinero. Now, if you think that Iranian oil is not going to come to market, then you don't know anything about the market. If you think Venezuela oil is not coming to the market, you're wrong. Mexico, Libya, Nigeria, all these little hot spots they're warning you about mean nothing. Oil comes to market, period. U.S. oil, well, there's not enough pipelines. Let me tell you something. We are going to be 2 years away from too many pipelines in America. We are a year and a half away from too many oil storage tanks throughout the world, okay? We're heading for too many tankers. Why? Because they always build too much, and that's the cycle of the oil business, if you understand it. Reality is that oil is everywhere, and more is being found, and more is coming to market, and you can't stop it. The days of the myth that we're having peak oil and running out of oil, they're still beating that drum. It's unbelievable. I still hear that shit from OPEC and those guys. Well, the Saudis are not proven to be able to crank it. What are you talking about? Saudi Arabia's been lifting 10, 11 million barrels per day for the last 30 years. What, they can't increase 20%? They don't know how? Shit. Russia went from 6 to 10 to 12 to 14. America went from none to going to be the world's largest oil producer. We're about to beat out Russia. Don't buy the bullshit. Now, there's another thing that we look at, and if you need to have our terminal, okay? And that's the Wall Street Insider's Financial News Network terminal, because we're no longer a financial newsletter. We're no longer a fax service. We're no longer a Nick's Twits, Spits, Nick's Picks. Okay? We are a full-blown terminal because with the graphic interfaces, with the volume, the figures, the information you need, that's the world we live in. It's become more complicated. And one of the things we've shown you over the past year is how the cycle of oil has gone from where you've had the differential. That's the difference between oil in the United States. We use the benchmark of West Texas Intermediate, and the Brent in Europe, which is their benchmark. And it's gone from like $11, $12 differential, okay? And then it's reversed. And you know what's happening now? Well, that $10, $11, $12 differential between the Brent to the West Texas Intermediate is now gone bye-bye. Why? Well, because, guys, it's a problem. It's a problem. You know what the problem is? The problem is there's just too damn much oil, and the premium gets knocked out of the market, okay? So understand this, and you understand the oil business, and you won't let them shit you, okay? Now remember, all the trading is about is information. Now, oil traders, by the way, we've been at a $5 average for the past year. It then started building last June to 6. And this June, we had a high differential of $12 a barrel. You know what's happened? It's back to 5. Now, that 12 in June dollar differential, in other words, that's the premium that Brent got over West Texas Intermediate. You know what it is now? It's 5. Now, you know what's happened? Oil companies, those smart asses, those pompous pricks. I mean, I'm from an ABMBA. I am a god, and you are a piece of shit because I am a mathematician. I have algorithms, okay? And all those assholes sitting in those desks thinking they know something, they wiped their asses out, okay? They have lost huge amounts of money. Why? Well, because they didn't understand that U.S. oil would come to market. So there was a different price because U.S. oil couldn't make it, so it couldn't get the price. Well, what happened was, well, one way or another, you bring in little boats. I know you get teacups and little guys with 5-gallon buckets and get that oil and dump it in the tanks. One way or another, oil comes to market, and they forgot that. And now that spread from 12 went to 5, and they're wiping out. They're fighting these guys left and right, okay? You wouldn't believe the cost I've got, you know. Like, the whole trading desk is shitting on themselves. Then what is next? You guys all should be sent packing. So what's happened? Well, you've had this huge oil run-up, and now you're having a huge oil run down. Down, I tell you, down. And the trade's not over, but the basic situation is we're headed back to $40 a barrel oil. Well, it's impossible because we're running out. Well, let me tell you something. Do you realize that last June of 2017 we're at $41 a barrel oil? This was basically the result of OPEC and our market manipulator buddies just holding oil off the market, okay? And they got $41 in oil. This is 73, 74, 75. But what happened? Well, now the market forces are saying, okay, the price is this high. You've almost doubled the price. Well, you know what? Keep the shit. We don't want it. We don't want it. Price is too high. People are cutting back. Well, I guess we'll just buy that electric car. I think we'll just pedal our bicycle. I think we'll downsize. I think we won't drive as much. And what they're seeing is the market is very sensitive to oil prices more than usual. Why? We're heading in a recession. Money's tight. And now they woke up one day. Well, wait a minute. We drove the price of oil from $40 a barrel to almost $80. And America's gone from a net importer of oil to an exporter. America produces more oil than Saudi Arabia now, and that's all the result that we gave them $40 extra money to play with. You go, 1, 2, 3. Da, stupid. So OPEC again has shot itself in its robe and its foot, and they've made a classic mistake. And the mistake is they've kept oil prices artificially too high too long by cutting supply, and supply found its market from America. And oil came to market at $10 cheaper than theirs, and that meant there was demand for it. And all of a sudden, it's like, we're losing our customers. Why? That fracking wasn't supposed to work, and now fracking is more efficient. Our experts, MBAs I might add to the man, experts, I tell you, and doctoral candidates wrote reports about how fracking would deplete. It would cost more to frack the well and bring the oil to market, all that shit. You're going, you assholes need to get out from behind the desk and get a life. Okay? Because you're all sitting around these seminars believing all the same bullshit. So we are now in one of these great oil wipeouts. We're about to get oil back down to $40 a barrel. Do you know the incredible money trading $70 a barrel or $40 a barrel? Oh, my God. It is a gift. It's a gift, I tell you, a gift. Now, we can be wrong, and because I can tell you that some of the big bankers believe in the Jesse Livermore tell a lie enough like Donald Trump 3 times to get people to believe. You know what the problem with a lie is? There's some lies you can tell you can get away with, okay? And there are other lies that bite you in the ass. And one of the lies that bites you in the ass is the fact that there's more and more oil coming to market. And OPEC can produce all the oil it wants, and they can raise production dramatically, and they will. And Russia can raise output dramatically, and American oil will find its way to market because, as we speak, there are crews round the clock, top people working day and night, welding pipes together. Day and night fracking holes in the ground, okay? Day and night signing lease agreements. And you know what? We have no idea how big the potential is of fracking oil shale is. Except to say that everywhere they look, they find more and more and more. And here's another one they don't tell you. It's coming to market. So we are now in this huge transition time where new technology is changing the game. And what happens? Well, old people with farts in their brains, they don't understand it. The old school thought in the oil companies, the oil trading desk, they do not see the revolution that's coming. You know what I say? That's great. More money for me, more money for you. Keep on with your head up your ass. Like I said, they are firing oil traders left and right. Oil companies do, by the way, they are just worried about the spread trade, okay? That was from a $12 premium on Brent going down to $5. They haven't begun to get their asses kicked when they don't realize that the $70 a barrel oil and $80 a barrel oil and $100 a barrel oil the trading desk to say is coming ain't. The oil market's going south, okay? You know how many times I've been through this? I can tell you that it is just amazing. It's a whole other generation of idiots. And they're trading other people's money. Always remember that. That gives you a great, when it's, well, I'm being personal. Well, you know what? It's up close and personal with me. It is a matter of pride, my dignity, my life, my intellect, my sense of self-worth. And let me tell you, we work harder, we work smarter because we got to, okay? And that is why big corporations are always buying small entrepreneurial corporations. You know why? Well, when you put that tie on, and you get that pinstripe suit, and you get them having the How Great Thou Art meetings, and the board of directors, and they fly around those G-planes, it makes them stupid. And stupid people don't do well. And that is why they are always on the wrong side of technology. They're always on the wrong side of history. That is why they're always buying technology. Now, the deal is that they can do this because they got the stock market that funds and capitalizes them. That's over. Now we come to the reset. Now we come where the little guy rises. Now we come where all of a sudden the game has changed. They are no longer the omnipotent gods of the universe. All their inside sleazy deals, government contacts, lobbyists, falls apart on them. And then it's a reset. Real estate markets come crashing down. Stock markets come crashing down. Rich people become poor people. A few blessed poor people become very wealthy. And you know what? It happens constantly in the free enterprise capitalist system. It's feast and famine in the world. And you know what? Every time it's the deniers. Well, I talk to my friends and I explain to them that we're in for another recession, a real estate crash. And they go, "Oh, that can't happen." You go, "Well, it's happened every 5 or 10 years for the last 100 years in modern history." Yeah, but that was then, this is now. You know what you should say? Thank you, God. Thank you that there's an idiot and more idiots. Because if they understood a recession was coming, if they understand that real estate is cyclical, they're not making any more. Well, they don't have to because we got too damn much of it anyway. Okay? If they don't understand the oil equation, they don't understand gold and silver, they don't understand the stock market, they put their money on the line and you get to take it. You get to take it. Now, if everyone realized the stock market was about to crash, then the market would be down. It wouldn't be in this bubble territory. You ain't got an option. If everyone realized that real estate was over-leveraged, overvalued, over-financed, they would take the financing and leverage out of the system. No opportunity. So when they tell you you're full of shit, you can say thank you. Because in order to make money with my system, you got to be full of shit. In order to make money the way we trade, you got to be wrong. Wrong is right. In other words, if we're wrong and oil is not going to $40 an ounce, $40 a barrel, well, then you don't get the $70 a barrel you can sell off of. Got it? You don't get the stock market doing the weekly moonshot, okay? You don't get the FANGs trading ridiculous valuations. The fact that, there's two ways of assessing value. The market is always right. Market is, okay, that's when the market values everything correctly. What's something worth what someone will pay? No. That's such bullshit. Something is not worth what someone will pay. Something is worth what it's worth. And it is in a situation of flux where people are overpaying or underpaying. Now, I have a basic rule of thumb. The idea that you buy something at the highest possible price, and then you wait for it to go to the next greater fool theory highest price, I don't do that. I wait for something that's trading at a really high price to crash and wipe out. And then I buy it at the ridiculously low price, waiting for the next high price cycle. They go location, only buy real estate in location. Bullshit. I don't want to buy in a top location. It's premium. It's overpriced. I want to buy in the upcoming location. New York City real estate at one time was not a buy. I can remember when you could buy $1 million condominium units and buy the whole building. Listen to me. I remember when you could buy that for the taxes. Because with rent control, nobody could afford to upkeep the buildings. So now it's $1 million condominium. A condominium selling for $1,200,000. I had rented in New York City for $50 and it was a shithole, and it's still a shithole. Okay? So is it overvalued? Of course it is. Is it full of idiots overvalued? Of course. Thank God. Now, the oil market is the same situation. It is full of fools. Thank God they're fools. If there are no fools, you can't make any money. Of course your neighbors can't see it. It's... being intelligent is mutually exclusive. Okay, it's a very small club. People do not understand what they see. They don't know what is. They don't know what will be. And they buy the bullshit. The Donald Trump's the world. Yeah, man, real estate's the best buy ever. You know how much bullshit he has spread to people? You know how many people are going to wipe out in Donald Trump properties? I mean, talk about the guy that takes things too high and ridiculously high. That's his business, okay? So what do? Well, let me tell you about knowledge and wealth and survival. They are not mass market products, okay? When a war comes, the people are getting killed and the refugees going down the road, those are the assholes that didn't believe a war was coming, okay? When the stock market wipes out, and they don't do too many interviews anymore, but, the people have lost everything, well, that's because they bought on the bullshit. The housing market wipeout is about to happen, okay, real estate plunge. These are people that did not understand what was happening, refused to see it. Thank God. The stupid money is how we make our money. The masses never see any catastrophe. They never see any stock market downturn. They never send any real estate wipeout. And let me tell you, 35 years, what I've learned is the masses always buy on the top. They always sell on the bottom. Now, these recessions, what's the purpose of the recession? That's the way the wealthy take the money from the poor. You remember the 2007, 8, 9 wipeout? Those people never recovered. Okay, that was a technique designed by Wall Street insiders. I don't mean the guys on the trading desk, but I mean the people at the pinnacle of power that take money. All it is. So what's happened is you have markets that don't understand what pricing is. You have people who don't understand what valuation is, and they put together these algorithm models that just reinforce stupidity. That's all it is. It's just a tool to show you how smart you are when you're stupid. I have seen every algorithm trading system ever invented make money at some point and always wipe out and lose back everything that it made and far more. It has never failed once, and we're just headed for such a time. So enjoy this. Viva la stupid. Okay, the oil market is grossly overvalued. The oil market is about to become grossly oversupplied, and demand will plunge. And the people who control the oil market, or try to, realize that by holding oil off the market, they decrease their revenue, they increase price, but now they've increased competition. And now these fracking roughnecks, these wildcatters are coming to power. And they are going to ram it right up their asses. Okay, oil's coming on like gangbusters. The price will be, this time, not under 50, not under 40, but under 30. We'll go into the 20s. It'll take a year or two. But do you realize that not what that knowledge is worth? Do you realize that this is an extremely overvalued market? Now, let me tell you what makes it even uglier. We are on the verge of a recession, okay? We're on the verge of the Fed raising rates. Now, why are they doing that? Are they mean? Are they nasty? No. It's the natural cycles of markets and interest rates and prosperity and flow of money. Got it? There are times money's being made, times money being lost. Time markets are going up, time markets are going down. This idea of the always up market that can't go down, this time it's different, I've heard that in every single cycle, be it the commodity cycle of gold and silver, be it in interest rates, be it in currencies, be it in oil, be it in stocks. And all you have to ask yourself is, what time is it, okay? What is the cycle that's coming? And right now you've got an enormous bear market cycle. Bear market in precious metals, a bear market in oil, a bear market in stocks, a bear market in structured debt. Do you realize how much structured debt there's out there that's about to go bad, my friends? This is going to be the granddad all the way. Now, listen, you got Donald Trump. Now, I think it's incredible that listening to what he says, listening to the trade wars he started, listening to him piss all over NATO, not realizing that Putin's got to hold him by his pecker and just leads him around by just yank him. Yes, sir. Okay. Is there any doubt? By the fact that the stupid money, well, I don't know. There's a deep state conspiracy. Donald Trump wants to make us great. He wants to make you great again? Really? Starting trade war with your allies? Encouraging Putin to take back territory in Europe? Really? Letting him run wild in Syria? Really? That's good? So we're in a world where people think Sears and Roebuck closing stores down. Factories can't manufacture because their steel prices are too high because of Donald Trump. They believe all that's good again? You should thank God. What idiots. At the World Trade War, that's in the hundreds of billions, approaching $1 trillion, is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And America, man, it was unfair. See, it was unfair. What are you talking about? America made assholes of the whole world. Okay? You want to let them sell your products from their making slaves of their citizens to make your people prosper? That's stupid. We sell them high-tech that's not even counting the balance of trade deficit at a ridiculous price. We get little circles and ones on a piece of paper that doesn't exist in reality, and they pay us a fortune for it, and we're stupid? Oh, God. Yeah, that's sure I steal? I can't think of a less profit margin business. Coal? Shit. You're killing people to get the shit out of the ground, okay? I want to sell you software. I want to sell you Uber. I want to sell you Airbnb. I want to sell you all this stupid shit that doesn't exist. I keep pointing out to you that the world's biggest smartphone company never made a smartphone. The world's biggest hotel booking agency doesn't have a hotel. The world's biggest airline reservation service doesn't have a plane, not one. Now let's say 1, 2, 3. Duh! Think about it. The people that are producing the marginal oil in America are not even major oil companies. Okay, they were laughed at. Do you understand? This is the revolution of the masses, okay? This is the transition in societies that we go through. Okay, there's going to be no, you can't find enough truckers. Well, shit. You ain't going to need them anymore anyway. Well, we got a problem here. The self-driving car crashes. Really? How many people die in America every day because some guy's looted out in the ozone area, wigged out in a car, T-boning people? You don't want people driving. This millennial generation is not capable of concentrating long enough to drive a car. I can't get them to take a knife out of a drawer, use it, and put it back in again. How about you? They think the toilet paper genie puts the toilet paper on the roll in the bathroom. Okay? I mean, this is the most wigged out, no conscious, no follow-through generation. It's kind of a joke, okay? You want driving cars? They don't even want to drive. You know, they think traffic jams of 2 hours to get to work to drive 50 miles is normal. That's beautiful. More money for me and you. We have a whole generation that is living in this world that has altered reality, that has no sense of propriety, has no ethic of work. They can't put air in a tire on their car. Never mind change the oil. God forbid they should know what a map sensor is, okay? Or understand how the car works, okay? Understand how the sequencing of injectors work. They have no idea. They get in and drive it. Hell, they didn't want to turn the key. Got to push the button to start the damn thing. And they don't want to drive it. We have created the ultimate consumer machine. How do you know when you stop spending money? When you don't have any more, can't borrow anymore, can't beg anymore, can't steal anymore. What do you buy? You buy plastic dog shit that's got a Nike name on it, okay? It is ridiculous. Well, this mentality is on the trading desk, too. I've never seen more stupid-ass traders at desks trading simplistic strategies that don't know what the hell they're doing. Fundamental analysis, they wouldn't know what it is. If there's a fundamental analysis, it's got to come on a little sheet that they got to read it, and they got to study it and scratch their ass and then get on their little telegraph. They go, tweet, 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 tweet. What should I think? How do they know what to think? They get on social media and someone tells them what to think. How do they know what to do? They get on social media and someone tells them what to do. Okay, this is the greatest opportunity for people who are self-directed, people who have independent thought, people who can think outside the crowd. Well, the news is fake news. Okay, I'll take whatever news I can get. Well, I don't want to hear fake news. Okay, well, put your thumb up your ass and cotton in your ears. Bring on all the fake news. Tell me all the bullshit you want. Feed me full of shit like a Christmas turkey. Why? Because I'm smart enough to figure it out. And I'm smart enough to do the boomerang on you, okay? You want to believe that false narrative? Fine. I'm not. You want to buy into the bullshit? I'm not. I'm going to make my fortune again and again and again. And maybe make you fortunes. Why? Because you've got the dumbest people in the world controlling vast amounts of some money that's not their money. Wells Fargo, last week, another, $200, $300 million fraud discovered. Oh, we didn't know. Really? Really? Billions of dollars swindled from your account holders and customers, and you didn't know about it, and it was rogue offices. Well, you pay a banking regulator and a lobbyist enough money, you can do whatever you want, obviously. Well, take advantage of that. Why are they doing it? Well, they aren't doing it because they're successful. Obviously, they had a hole to fill. They can't make any money at the trading desk. They're making money other ways. Figure it out. Figure it out. Embrace what you're seeing here. They are firing oil traders left and right. There is no telling how big the trading loss book is that management doesn't even know about in these companies. There is no telling what's going to happen when oil's going to crash. Oil going higher to $100? I hope so, truly do, but I doubt it very seriously. Why? Russia is producing oil to beat the ban. They're running a gas pipeline to Germany. You know, you heard Donald Trump wake up and go, oh, Helmut Kohl is running a gas pipeline. Well, shit, that deal was done years ago. Well, you just figured it out? Oil will come to market. If it's communist oil or it's Russian oil or it's Chinese buyers, it doesn't make any difference. The market doesn't care what the pedigree is. Oh, we don't want Europe buying oil from nasty Russia. But we want them buying oil from nasty OPEC and nasty Imlam that's blowing up their cities and driving cars through their crowds. What is this horse shit? Where the hell did you find this guy? I mean, you know, what are we talking about here? He's there kissing Putin's ass as we speak, trying to give him excuses. Listen, Vladimir, I thought when I fired Comey, the investigation was off, but Vladimir, I know, Vladimir, they're arresting your top guys and they got warrants. I know it's embarrassment, but Vladimir, I'm just president, not dictator. You're dictator. I can't do that. Oh, Donald, baby. Watch as this guy goes down in flames. Watch as he takes the market with him. You're going to go there, and NATO is the one thing that stood between Russia and they're taking over Europe all these years, and you're going to trash the relationship and tell them you don't want to be a part of it? Vladimir's going, yeah, baby. How cool is that? Think about it. You're going to trash trade with European allies, with Canada? What are you doing? These are people that their populations die for you. These are people that buy your debt. These are people that buy your bullshit. These are people that idolize you. And you're trashing them because they got a tariff on milk? Who gives a shit? You know, it is so stupid. You know, I sit here and I think, I must be on an alter reality. Am I in the Matrix? I have never seen so many stupid people in opinion. I've never seen so much misunderstanding of reality in my life. And I go, God, what's going on there? He goes, time to make a lot of money. I go, oh, thank you. Now I understand. Guys, this is the last train out, okay? Let me tell you something. This is the last train out, okay? When this market crashes and wipes out big time this time, there's not going to be a tradable market for 20 years. When this market wipes out, you better have your money and you'll be frozen chosen. When we go to the next depression, what you have is what you have, and what you don't have is what you don't have, and what you got, and what you don't got, you don't got. Because there will be no transfer of wealth, there will be no big deals, there will be no big money made. It's over. Over. Are you hearing me? This stock market where they ring the opening bell and do a little dog and pony show, that's not how the market's supposed to work. The market is not supposed to be the advertising agency. The stock market was supposed to be a non-profit organization that didn't favor buyers, didn't favor sellers. What did you turn it into? Retail sales floor. What is investing? Buy. There's no sell-side analyst worth. I mean, we're a dying breed, okay? Well, not so much a dying breed, but retiring breed. The wealthiest traders I know are sell-side analysts, and you tell the neighbors you got a horse farm, okay? You don't let anybody know what you're doing, okay? And you just wait, and you wait on it. Why? Because you have got so much money to be made on the sell side like never seen before. You have no industry, you have no market that has become an overblown, ridiculous balloon. Look, 10 years of zero interest rates has created distortions that even I don't understand. Okay? There is no telling what's in that structured debt pile. There is no telling what's in junk bonds. There's no telling in IRAs and 10Ks. There is no telling what shit exists in the banks. Okay? You're getting the goo boiling over the top of the pot, right? When you start stirring that pot and look inside, you're going to be horrified at what's there. We are in the verge of the biggest financial market wipeout ever. Add oil to the mix? Shit, yeah. Add precious metal, coal, steel, iron, ore, aluminum, copper? Hell yes. Hell yes. Manufacturing is going to wipe out. We are in one of the greatest environments that's ever existed. We are so lucky to be here at this time. We are so glad that the tools to trade are still available to us. Let me tell you something. A lot of these enhanced tools we're using, they'll be shut down. A lot of the techniques that we're going to use, be there no more. You think Wall Street, after we get done taking their money, is going to let us use the same tools again? They will change the rules, and they'll make it illegal to take advantage of their stupidness. I'm telling you. And there'll be no more two-way markets. There'll be buy only. There'll be no more big profits to be made. It is so cool. We are so lucky to be at this place. We are so lucky to have the tools we have, both enhanced and otherwise, to trade it. We are so lucky that so many stupid, freaking people have got an opinion. We are lucky that so many... Look at the Wall Street news. It's run by Wall Street. You know, every single publication, every single Wall Street, everything from the investment banks to the publications to the TV shows, all run by mega firms. Mega firms, I might also add, that are going to the capital markets, that are doing these mega mergers. Figure it out. They're done. They are toast. They are absolutely just hawking products they're selling. There's no unbiasedness. There's no open news. There's no market you can calculate on. These algo guys and all that bullshit, they're just jerking themselves off with momentum that they're making. They're basically creating their own market, and they're creating their own fool land. And it's fun until the day comes to get the knock on the door and they go, "Hi, come with me, please." That day's coming. And oil is getting there right now. Oh, my God. This oil market, you realize how much oil Saudi's putting on the market? Do you realize how much oil the frackers of the U.S. are putting on the market? Do you realize how much oil from all over the world? Everybody knows it's the last train out, okay? Now, I don't mean the rum-dums on the desk. They're not supposed to know anything. They don't get paid to do that. But people in the know, Saudi Arabia pulled the Aramco oil deal, right? I mean, it was the largest IPO ever. They didn't do it because things were going well. They couldn't put the deal together. The largest IPO in the history of the planet has been withdrawn from the market. They can't make the numbers work. How cool is that for us? Oh, my God, we are in the sweet spot. We are in markets that have got everything wrong. I've never seen that happen except for very few precious moments in time, you know? Look at 87. You look at the 2000 tech wreck, okay? The 2006, 7, 8, and 9. I mean, it's just not that often when the stars align and stupid's in charge. And most of the time when you got stupid, they've got no money. So right now you got stupid, and you got the most idiotic trade desk run by the dumbest freaking assholes ever. They're losing more money. Where the bosses are firing them. Firing them for the losses, okay? I mean, it's like, you thought that a $12 spread was normal business? No one is that freaking stupid, and you're trading billions of dollars? What the hell's going on here? That would have happened a generation ago. Traders were not that stupid. Listen, it is so stupid. There's so many dumb people trading other people's money on mathematical algorithms and shit like that. They actually believe that shit. Okay? Mathematical predictability of the affairs of mankind. That's been a dream forever. Okay? It has never worked. You know why? Because it's unpredictable. It's the unknown. And you think your mathematical models can make the unknown known? That's shit. That is so stupid. And you know what? That's kind of like this God complex. He who God is about to destroy makes crazy first. And let me tell you, you've never seen more people in positions of power, from politicians to corporate CEOs to people on trading desks to money managers in the history of the planet. They do not know what the hell they're seeing. They do not know what the hell they're talking about. They've spread so much bullshit that they've made the fatal mistake of buying their own bullshit. This trade war, in the middle of a recession, okay, killing off key areas of our economy, and we're cheering that as a good thing? Donald Trump goes there, makes an asshole out of May, pisses all over NATO, destroys every trade agreement we ever put together, and goes to one of the world's most vile dictators and kisses his ass? And people are calling that Russian relations? Diplomacy? This is not the art of the deal. This is the art of a desperate president who's owned by videotape, owned by collusion, owned by influence peddling, owned by election manipulation, and he knows it. Think about it. No collusion, no collusion. You know, again, remember, if you try to talk to your neighbor about how Donald Trump is a piece of shit and the trade wars are really stupid, they can't see it. Thank God. Why are you arguing? Say, just pat him on the ass and say, you know what? When your family's hungry and we're taking tens of millions and billions out of the market, we'll help feed you. It's okay. You know, we don't want you to suffer. The fact that they're stupid is opportunity. Why? I think that when war comes and economic wipeouts come, I think God has mercy on the stupid, and He blinds them so they can't see it. You know, they just can't comprehend it. They just can't get it through their heads. And what that means is that the people who do see it do get it. And I guess it's so they can't suffer too much. Because the majority of people, if you explain to them it's a real estate wipeout, a housing failure, a structured debt wipeout, if you try to explain to people about how the retirement savings will be gone, their bank's going to wipe out, 3,000 banks are going to fail, there's nothing you can do about it anyway, and they would just suffer. So I guess it's kind of like, you don't tell somebody who's very, very sick how sick they are, and you don't want them to suffer with the reality. I think that's what it's all about. Like Donald Trump said, the EU is a foe of the U.S., and Vladimir's not. Holy shit. So Donald Trump has destroyed long-standing trade relationships. He has trashed NATO. He has created a tax break bonanza for billionaires. He has removed, by the way, all the investment money that corporations had available has now been pissed off, pissed away, given out as bonuses. They've got no cushion of cash like they had before Donald Trump came to office. I want you to think about that. The same thing with the banks. The banks were forced to keep extra capital. Well, Donald Trump and hey, Mommy, we don't need the money anymore because it's party, Mommy. I'm always right. And you got these assholes that have told the banks they don't have to have the extra capital. They take it out. And you know what they've done with it? They paid his bonuses to the insiders. There's no cushion. There's a high wire act. You know what they did? They got olive oil and spread it on the cable. They took the guy's pole away. Okay, they greased up his foot. And they take away all the safety nets because we don't need it anymore because nothing can go wrong. There's nothing to fear but fears itself. You know what you got to fear? Stupidness. Now, for us, you've never had so much money on the line. You talk about easy pickings. See, a guy like me, we worry about, where you can't get the volume, you can't get out what you know is going to happen in the market. Not now. People don't have money in safe. If you go to your financial planner and say, I want to buy U.S. government bonds at Treasury Direct. Why are you doing that? Because I want to be. They don't need to do that. I mean, the asshole can't see it. And you go, well, do you realize the 10-year bond is yielding more than the S&P 500? Well, that's too complicated for me. You got to buy the mega fund and the dega fund and a special situation. But why is he telling you that? Because those funds have a little memo they sent him that they got a contest this month and they're paying extra commissions. So he's not putting you into what's going to make you money. He has no. Listen to this. They didn't pass the law. He does not have a fiduciary responsibility to put you into the best instrument that's for you. I like that shit. It's unbelievable, isn't it? The industry is so corrupt and so evil and so out of touch with reality. And the loss is going to be taken by people. Right now, the greatest opportunity for savers is interest rates that are climbing. Every quarter you get a quarter point more. So that means another percent point in a year, 2 years another 2 percentage point. That's big money. That's big numbers. And the long end of the curve, the 10-year, 20-year, and 30-year notes have all peaked in price. And you guys are holding them, especially if you follow my zero coupon bond recommendation, right? It is party time. You are in the sweet spot. They want you to buy structured debt. Well, it's paying 4.5%. It's not going to pay you nothing. Nothing. What does it pay you? Oh, it's not the 4.5% asking Bernie Madoff. It's how much when you knock on the door, go, hi, I want my money. Go, you want your money? Why are they laughing? Because you ain't got no freaking money. Well, you can't. How many? I can tell you how many letters people are getting. Because we're saying, we've changed our policy. We no longer will give you a lump sum withdrawal at retirement. Say what? Yeah, you can do that. They can do that. So it is incredible what people don't realize is going on. There's a whole industry that's got one job. Take baby boomers' retirement money and put it in their pocket, cover part of their losses, pay themselves some bonuses, and get the hell out of town. So have a nice day. I hope you realize the incredible money to be made and the incredible money to be lost. So when you talk to your friends and neighbors, they don't understand it. That's God blinding them. That's a gift.